I'm just going to go.
Yellow flag.
Okay. How many times have I heard this? Why would you want to mar and ruin your body? Aren't you afraid of what it will look like when you're older? Why would you waste your money on something like that? I've heard every one of these questions from people that don't agree with tattoos. But what is wrong with getting a tattoo? Does getting a tattoo make you any less of a person? To that I have to say no. I think you're more of a person. You're wondering why I think that. A person that gets a tattoo is willing to go through an immense amount of pain to have this beautiful expression, or not so beautiful expression, of themselves. I don't know about you, but it sounds exactly like childbirth, and I know that from my own personal experience. Granted, childbirth, you don't pay to go through pain, and you end up with a baby in the end, but the outcome is you now have this baby or a tattoo that you absolutely love and will always love. So why is it so hard to look at someone with tattoos and not judge them? Do you judge a mom and her new baby? No, you don't. Tattoos are forms of art, and they mean something to the person who has it. They don't hold any risk to your health, and they don't look bad as you age. Tattoos are a form of art, and our bodies are a blank canvas that we have the power to decorate. According to an article on Reasons People Get Tattooed by Julie McCallick, people get tattoos to identify themselves, so it's a form of expression, getting a tattoo. Getting a tattoo for people is a way to individualize their self. How many people do you know with tattoos that have the exact same tattoo? Not very likely. According to the same article by Jody McCallick, people also get tattoos to honor a lost family member or a friend, or to share a bond with someone. My mom told me about a colleague of hers that has a matching infinity tattoo with everyone in her family. This is a family bonding between the members to demonstrate their love and the fact that family never ends. I myself have a tattoo with the father of my child. Although we aren't together now, doesn't make me regret the tattoo. I loved it when I got it, and I love it now. Now that we've discussed why tattoos are forms of art, let's dive into the risks to your health. Tattooing has always been seen as dirty or a criminal act. You don't look at someone with a tattoo and say, oh, that's a really good person. You're like, oh, he's shady, you know. Contrary to society's belief, tattoo artists have strict sanitary requirements. According to Texas Health and Safety Codes, tattoo artists have the option to either use germicidal soap to clean the hands of the tattoos and the skin area of the client to be tattooed or pierced, wearing clean apparel and rubber gloves, using sterile tools and equipment as provided by Section 14.6011, which is the sections of the health code, and keeping the studio and the temporary location in a sanitary condition. And I know for a fact when I got my tattoo, I got wiped down and cleaned, and then Austin was blowing on it, and the tattoo artist got mad at him and told him that he shouldn't do that because it's making it dirty, because the breath and the particles or whatever, I don't know. So he was really strict, and when he opened up the needles, it was a new package, so I knew it was sanitary, so I could tell that it was a very strict process. And the ink that they use, they squirt into little containers, so you never use the same ink for somebody else. It's your ink. Like, you pay for that ink or whatever. So no risk of disease can spread. The tools have to be sanitized by a tattoo artist or person who performs the tattoo. They use tools and equipment for tattooing or body piercing that have been properly sterilized and keep in a sterile condition. They have to sterilize it, and they can't use it on another client after they've used it on that. So again, they have to clean it. Tools and equipment shall be sterilized by the use of a dry heat sterilizer, steam pressure treatment in an autoclave, and all needles and instruments shall be kept in a clean, dust-tight container when not in use. So as you can tell, they have a lot of regulations, and they need to follow these to be open to business or to tattoo anybody. If you're getting a tattoo from a professional, which is what I would recommend, then your chance of getting any type of disease or infection is extremely impossible, basically. As we've discussed, tattoo artists have a lot of regulations. So let's discuss the look of a tattoo when you're older. People always say that your tattoo will look horrible and saggy when you age and that you'll regret it. To that I have to say, who cares? I mean, you got the tattoo, obviously you wanted it, and you were risking to get it. Now, when it's all nice and pretty, so you'll be willing to have it when it's all gross and old. And some people's tattoos don't get gross, just depends on your skin. But it doesn't change the meaning. You still like the tattoo. In a poll by Harris Interactive, 2016 adults were interviewed, and 21% had a tattoo. Of that 21%, 14 said they regretted it. So if you take 21%, that's 423 people. Of that, it's only 59 people who regretted it. So obviously, there's 300 more people who absolutely love their tattoo and they don't regret it at all. Many people that do regret their tattoos got them when they were super young, and they got some weird saying or some random thing. They're like, "Oh, that's so cool." And it's not cool because you got it out of a whim, and it's pointless. But as your tattoos age, they're kind of like a story on your body. So as your skin ages, your tattoo does too, and it grows with you. So you could say something like a story about when you're younger and what happened during that period to your grandkids. If you have a whole sleeve that has memorable stuff on it, you could say, "Oh, this is for this, and this is for this." So it's kind of like a storybook, and it's illustrations. Your body kind of becomes an antique, so as you age, your tattoos kind of value. They grow in some type of worth or things to you. So who wouldn't love that? But so as I've covered every aspect of why people question another on getting a tattoo, from them being another form of art and expression, there isn't any disease risk, and aging tattoos are just as wonderful as the older person they're on. So now I ask you this: do you still think getting a tattoo is a bad thing?
Yes.
Thank you, Dad. I know the screen isn't on, but it's still recorded.